best friends, the Al Travis Show. Nothing but talk.
We've got him, the voice in Central Minnesota. He is Jay Caldwell. Jay, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm good, Al. How about you?
I'm good. Got a little poll I'd like to throw at you, by the way, and I don't want to get you in any trouble. I was driving through Austin, Minnesota for a graduation this weekend, and it was lunchtime, and I told the wife, I said, find something fun to eat. You know, we just like to gets online and found a thing called Piggy Blues Barbecue.
Okay.
She goes, you want to give it a shot? I'm like, why not? It was utterly fantastic. It was just fun to find this little shop, and, you know, it's decorated like barbecue shops. You know, it's got all kinds of just odds and ends hanging on the wall. Great ambiance. The people are fantastic, and the food was fantastic. So I told him I'd mention it, and so I started a list, and I have a list now. I want to know, do you have a favorite barbecue joint? I'm going to throw out Smokies in East Bethel's been called in, Jelly Beans and Julia's in Coon Rapids, TNT in Mankato's, and Smoky D's out of Des Moines. Do you have like a spot you like more than others?
You know what? There's a lot of great places that do barbecue. Up in Smoke Barbecue is relatively new place here in the St. Cloud area. So Up in Smoke Barbecue does a lot of advertising with us. We love them. I think they would be one that you could add to your list of great barbecue joints.
Yeah, and I'm not saying there aren't others out there. Anybody can send me a list of the ones you like. Al at altravisshow.com. But I like helping these little places out. Now I find out this place, it'd been there 25 years.
Oh,
no, okay. I don't go to Austin much, but I was like, wow, really? Because, you know, longevity in the barbecue business, you know, except for like Famous Dave's, which I'm not putting them down. I enjoy a little Famous Dave's once in a while. You don't see a lot of longevity in the barbecue business. So good for them. Good luck to Up and Smoke Barbecue.
What did you order? What'd you get? Well,
when I do that, my wife knew exactly what I was getting. The lady comes over and said, what do you have that says the sample platter? You know, you get a little of all the meats. So I had the ribs. It had brisket, smoked turkey and smoked chicken. And then they made, oh, God, I'm getting hungry again. They made their own potato chips. I don't know if it's kettle roasted, you know, sliced really thin taters, and they made their own chips. Oh, man. I could go back there again if it wasn't 65 miles from my house. Oh, fantastic. It's just, and then the sauces, they had, you know, all the hot and the sweet and all that, and it was all in their own little jars. And I said, do you make it? I mean, is this something or do you make it? He makes his own barbecue sauce, the stuff that actually you're squeezing on there. I just thoroughly enjoyed it, and so I made it a thing today. So there.
Have you ever gone to Kansas City and had barbecue there?
I have. I was going to add, I enjoyed it, but I liked stuff I had in Nashville better.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, we went to Nashville, and it could be ambiance the place we went to. I don't know. I'm more of a dry rub guy than a slathery soft guy. Where are you in the barbecue business? You like the slathery or the?
I kind of burnt ends is kind of my go-to. I really like burnt ends. And I remember having some in Kansas City. I'm like, wow, these are so good. And it was like, you see the outdoor of this place. It didn't look like much. Yeah. But the food was so good. So it's one of those kind of hole-in-the-wall places that we luckily came across when we were there to watch a Twins-Royals game a few years ago.
Do you go out of you're an outspoken guy. I suppose you're like me in this way. I literally go out of my way and talk. Like, we went down the other great place, and I'll never remember the name. It was in Austin, Texas. We went down there, and I just went to the gal sitting literally behind the counter of the hotel, and I said, I just need that barbecue place that people don't go to but should. Right off the top of her head, she named whatever this guy's was. It was probably a 15, 20-minute drive to it. And it was just fantastic. I go out of my way to ask people what to get.
Yeah,
do you
find
do that?
The local places. Oh, for sure. Try to find the local places because you can get, you know, nothing against the chains, but I want to go and experience what life is like in that particular community. So going to those local restaurants, you can really find that out.
Yeah, so I have no problem asking literally the gal at the counter, hey, where do you go? We'll stop at a grocery store, if we get an Airbnb getting groceries. I'll just ask the lady behind me standing in line, hey, where's the right place to go for dinner? Oh, what do you like? And then you say, you know, I love that. It's one of my go-to things. All right.
So when you were in Nashville, I know we're kind of jumping around a little bit, but food related. You're talking about Nashville. Did you have the Nashville hot chicken when you were there?
I did. Little too hot for me.
Was it?
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was great. It was in 2021. The only reason I remember that is because there was still mandates in some places. So the hot chicken is really good. But I have to say this, don't eat it too much. It's going to cause some issues.
Well, it's funny because there was a phase there I liked hot stuff. So now my family just, whenever they find anything, oh, you got to do it's the hottest, like that hot chip thing, right? You've read that Ghost potato chip or something, and then if you can eat it, they send you. Why do you want to do that to yourself? I have no want to cry when I eat, none whatsoever.
Right. Yeah. The eating part of it should be good. Now, but there's you have to do it in moderation, I guess. Yeah. Especially some of these things like the real spicy stuff.
Yeah, that doesn't set well in my stomach, so I'm not that spicy guy. But like I say, a good dry rub for me will perk my eyes up a little and say, oh yeah, and then there's some smooth after that. I just like good barbecue. And I think I like it because I understand how much work it takes. We're not going to get anything done sports-wise today, by the way, Jay. I got a used Traeger grill because my kid got a Traeger grill, swore by it. And I love doing almost anything on this thing, right? But it takes hours. The amount of love you've got to have to own a barbecue shop, it's not like I'm not ripping hamburger joints, but flop a hamburger down, flip it over off the hot grill and serve it. You have to love a brisket. You have to love it for hours to know that the people are going to love it when it's done. I give them kudos for just the work it takes to do barbecue.
Well, and you can do because I have a Traeger and you can do the smoking part of it, like you're talking about with brisket, pork butt, whatever it is that you're going to do. But you can also use it to build burgers and hot dogs and things like that, which goes a lot faster. I don't have the attention span or the patience, maybe even the skill to do the other things. I've tried it once and it was okay. I'd say mixed results on the pork butt that I did.
That is funny.
That was like 4 hours. So
we are exactly on the opposite end because my wife doesn't understand why I don't use it more. Run out there and do the chicken wing or the thigh, just get her done, let's eat. Because when I go out, I like to have a cigar and watch the thing for 4 hours. I'll sit there, have a cocktail and a cigar, and I will literally watch my pork butt work. I enjoy the longness of it. That's why I think I really enjoy that. Some of these people do a pork butt every day or however many pork butts they got to do for a restaurant. I would have no clue. That's just dedication to a bit, and I give them credit for it. That's all I'm saying.
The results almost always turn out great. I love a well-done brisket. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're outstanding.
Amen. Jay, let's talk some sports next time you're on. Fair enough? Sorry, ran out of time.
That's good. Yeah.
I appreciate you, my friend. I appreciate you always coming on. He's the voice, Jay Caldwell, on the Al Travis Show.
Chanhassen Dinner Theaters brings you its most popular show of all time, Grease.